two beautiful daughters, yet I was trapped. I was trapped not in my responsibilities. I was trapped not in my work. I was trapped not even in my life. I was trapped in my own negative thoughts, in my own limiting beliefs. Back then, I was 98. And for cricket, it might be a good score, but definitely not on a weight scale. And this was the reason why I was trapped. That inner chatter was so disturbing that I can't tell you. I had convinced myself that my weight is the only thing that is standing between me and my joy. If my husband went for a party alone, my inner chatter would say, because you're fat. If my doctor asked not to come for a PTM this time because it is not important, that chatter would say, the moment I was fixated on that one word, it was enough. And this is what happens to you when you let your insecurities define you. Even a compliment can sound like an insult. So the seed of these insecurities were sown somewhere in my childhood. And I very distinctly remember this. Once I went for a party with my parents wearing that beautiful pink dress. And some random uncle just came and advised my parents, "Thoda dieting वाइटिंग कराओ इसको." The next day when I came back from my school, there was a wonderful gift box lying in my wardrobe. I was excited. I just opened the box, pulled that dress up. What? It was a salwar kameez. And these gift boxes kept on coming, kept on coming. And when I was 12, not only my entire wardrobe was salwar kameez, my birthday dress was one. And these incidents kept on happening and piling up. And one day, in a very, very, very desperate moment, I decided to go under the knife. And in just 4 months, I was half of myself. I was 55. I was 55. Thank you. But here is the catch. I was not feeling like a Bollywood heroine then also. Still, there were things that I was insecure about. Only thing that changed was the names of my insecurities. Now my insecurities had names like thin hair and this saggy arm. And that was a moment of truth for me. My saggy arms and thin hair gave me the perspective that nothing else, even a near-death experience during my surgery could. That happiness is not how I look. Happiness is about how I feel about myself. Happiness is an inside job. And that's when my journey of transformation began. And that I started focusing on, instead of fixing myself, to finding myself. And today, I stand before you at the age of 50, weighing 68, happier, healthier, and more confident than ever. Not because how I look, but because how because of how I feel, because of that shift in myself, because of the change in my perspective, because now I have my purpose, because now I'm living what I love and loving what I do. So this is what is called, this is what, hello. So this is what my talk is all about. I want to share how these real lasting transformation happen in your life. So when I was on the journey of transformation, I realized that there are three big C's that can help you change anything, almost anything in your life. And the most important thing is, these three C's also align beautifully well with today's philosophy, today's theme of talk, ancient philosophy, Sat, Chit, Anand. Sat meaning truth, consciousness, and bliss. And my three C's are clarity, courage, and consistency. Let's break it down and understand how these help. Clarity. Imagine yourself driving a car with a dirty windshield. Everything out there is blurry, but you're driving. You're missing the turns, but you're driving. You're making mistakes. You're making wrong decisions. Still, you're driving. You're wasting a lot of time. Still, you're driving. And this is what happens to us, most of us, when we don't have clarity. We just live our lives. For example, I was thinking that my weight was a problem for a very long time. But clearly it was not. Though I had ticked all the boxes that society had given me for the perfect life, but I was not aware what I wanted. The problem was I didn't know what mattered to me. And when you don't know what you want, you settle for anything that comes your way, right? Let's try something. Let me ask you a question, not a question rather, let me ask you to participate with me in a small little exercise. Can I request each one of you to just close your eyes for a moment. Close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself a question. Ask yourself, if time, money, and fear are not a factor, what would you be doing today? I'll repeat the question. If time, money, and fear are not the factors, what would you be doing today? That answer that you got right now is your truth, is your sat, is your purpose. And if you are not living it, it's time to change. My purpose was clear. I want to evolve and help people evolve by challenging their limiting beliefs. But let's be honest, clarity is very scary. The moment you get the clarity, the moment you know what you want to do, the moment you know what you need to do, that mind starts playing games with you. It starts asking you questions. What if? What if I fail? Is this worth it? Am I good enough? It's too risky. It's too hard. And a lot more. And you know what? The longer you wait, longer this list will become. You will have more reasons, more excuses there. And this is where you need the third C of the framework, courage. Courage to choose yourself. Courage to say no. Courage to rise above all the excuses, all the blame, complaints that you are making. And courage to take responsibility of your